live stream. We are back on not your hardcore, not hardcore Minecraft, or not Minecraft hardcore, which way you guys want to pronounce it. So it is a new year. It is the 1st of January, which is in the new year of 2023. Whoop whoop whoop. Let's get the hype up in this thing. There we go. My skin's back to normal, which is good. Just make sure my skin's back to normal before I try to change everything up. Yo guys, what's up? We are back. So I have done some work off camera and you guys can see what I've done. It is a little bit mental. The first thing I've done is basically one enchantment diamond tools up with Fortune 2, Proficiency 4. Also we've got an axe as well, including another pickaxe which I've used for a thingy. I haven't really enchanted the diamond shovel, but this is all the tools we've got so far, which is fine and it works really well. So, back to today's episode, we are going to be terraforming this entire island to our comfy home. I destroyed all the trees around the island, which you guys can see in a second, on how we're going to transform it and how it's going to look like when it's done. It took a long time. It took around about 2 to 3 hours to clean every single tree in the entire planet, and yeah, it is not really fun. Second of all, there is going to be some updates for 2023 as well, which are going to be coming for like the live streams, which you guys probably might be more interested in. I do need to change my schedule. My schedule is off on Twitch, and I do apologise for that. But hopefully you guys understand, and I hope you guys keep following me, because this year is going to be one epic year. Okay, so the other change I've done is I managed to upgrade this entire settlement, which you guys saw last time. I did a map of the entire island. So yeah, we've also got the village over here, as well as this. This map will be updated every single time we actually update a chunk in it. It's going to be doing 9 by 9 until 1. We want to change other bits and bobs. But our main focus is on this island here, as well as this one here. But mainly this section here is going to be our main island. This area is probably going to be for farms, and that area is going to be for the village. Let's go and jump in and see what kind of destruction I managed to cause. Let's go. Hey Diablo, how we doing, buddy? Who's a good dog? And it's great, it's raining. Oh, it's raining. I also got rid of the nether portal because I wasn't really a fan of where I put it, and I do want to move where it's going to be. So do say we cannot go to nether at the moment, which is fine. We're not really going to go to nether this episode anyway. We managed to get the disc which we wanted, and some bits and bobs, well, some quartz to get started with farms anyway, so yeah. Okay, so this hasn't changed. The only thing that has changed is this. Just on how when the fucking map is like a spaz. Hold on, let me just get rid of this goddamn one so we can actually see it clearly in a nice, lovely full glory. Ooh, I like how this actually. Oh, that is cool. So yeah, guys, this is the island. As you can tell, there's a giant hole in it, which is going to be transformed into a somewhat better lake. Also, there's a bunch of leakage around the place, and yeah. So this entire area needs a good transformation. So at the end of this time, we're going to transform it from this, which I'm going to do a screenshot of it, to something better. So let's quickly press 1 and let's screenshot it so we know what it looks like to start off with. There we go. And then let's start transforming it. So to start off with, we're going to have to get rid of all this logs texture and try to keep it down to a certain level. Not just that, we've also got to fill in this hole as well, because this hole is not going to be part of it. It is going to be stopped around about to the 3rd block deep, because this is where it's going to be sand, 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 and then we're going to transform this pot here, and move this back a little bit, and bring this out. It's going to be kind of like a bit of big transformation because we've already built the main house, which is a bit of a pain. Usually you transform the island first and then build the structure, but because I'm not rebuilding this again, yeah, it's not happening. It's going to take a while. So this is all the stuff I managed to get out of it. This is all the logs, and this is all the food that I managed to chop. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, first let's see if we can enchant the shovel quickly, and then I just realised I need a book. Wait a minute, we can't. Hello, lapis. And run up. Yeah, I did do a little bit of mining off camera. Why is it fortune? Of all the things, why fortune on a flipping... No, no one fortune. I'm gonna be good for Philip now. Oh my god, why? Just why? Oh my god, that would probably be better. I get fortune 3 on everything else other than the one that I actually really want. I'm like, why me? Just why? We still need to enchant this stupid thing. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. Let me try and get to level 30 and see what this enchantment is. Hopefully it's not a fortune because that'd be quite not really handy at all. So we're gonna pay a little bit visit to the farming villages. I keep hitting my Steam account, which is annoying. We're gonna go and try with those for a little bit and just see if we can get level to 30. We'll come back and enchant and start working on the island. Like I said, it is going to be a bit of a issue structure due to the fact, one, we've got to go and get some dirt to basically actually be able to transform the thing, and better tools. If you can't transform an island with really shit tools, it doesn't really work, and it's a bit of a pain. Looks like this is all the stuff we're going to get from this, which is fine. We need a few more levels. I mean, something I can't talk. Fortune on an axe not too bad because if we do sugarcane or the bookshelves, we can actually get more books out of it. Hi, farming villager. I just need some levels to get to level 30. Please, thank you. Give us like 30 emeralds, which is pretty cool. Yeah, fortune is good, especially on like probably an axe, mainly a pickaxe as well as a hoe. With hoes, you can actually get fortune decent, a lot amount of potatoes part of it. We're almost there. Yeah, because we spent majority of the time actually being part of this village to start off with. We are not spending any time in this village. We will have to, because we will have to transform it, because that is the main goal in this thing. Its entire Let's Play is basically transforming the old village into a better one. We'll just hear for some levels. Hi! Yeah, I just wasted some emeralds on some apples, but that's fine. We'll just earn some more levels at some point. Hopefully we get a decent enchant. If we don't, I am literally just gonna clip my gutter. Yeah, since it will become a lot more easier once we get amending on our thing. And also it's raining again. Yeah, so what happens when you press weather clear, it automatically just every 5 minutes it'll let you stop raining again. So I might as well just leave it and wait till the rain disappears. So I think the first couple of hours we are on a resource hunt for sand, all that stuff. Oh, finally we got a decent one. Just need unbreaking. So we can still get unbreaking. If it's unbreaking one, I don't really mind. Ooh, that one too, that'd be quite nice to have. Fortune 1. Protection 1, not handy. I probably didn't need to move there. It's fine. I'm used to it. Alright. Just gonna stick those books in there. Just need to break on that thing as well as that one. Which is fine. We'll get it eventually. Just have to go and get some bunch of stuff. Right. Take some extra food because so we don't starve to death. I just realised I just put lapis in the food chest. Excuse me, lapis. No, I don't. Right. Got food, check. We've got some shovels, check. The dog's staying here because we've got to take the boat with thingy. I will have to take my armour. I'm not going to put my helmet on. The armour's absolutely ugly in this texture pack. I'm not putting it on. I'll just take it just to be on the safe side just in case we do get stuck out in like the desert and we can't get back home. It's fine. Okay, because I'm not going to them, I don't need to take wood. I just don't know when my boat disappeared, dude. So. Yeah, let's go. At least we had shulkers. Oh, we were great. I'm not going out in no time, screw you guys. Especially when it's thunderstorming. Hopefully the weather clears. Oh, look at that, it's clearing. We've got a nice, lovely sunny day. Woohoo. Oh, I know what we should do. Hold on. Do we have? Yes, we do. Where else am I taking the fishing rod? Can't go wrong with a fishing rod. Right, let's go. We're going a bit on a vacation trip to find a desert. Or a bunch of shipwrecks if possible. That'd be quite cool. One, if you guys don't like bright lights, more likely not to watch your stream because the shaders is flipping bright with that sun. We're going to go to that island over there and see what's over there. Because I know we found a jungle already, so we don't need jungle wood. We've already found the dark oak and the spruce, so that's fine. Oak and birch are in the dark oak, so that's fine. So we just need acacia and mangrove. And then we're basically sorting the water, wood supplies. I was finding a swamp would be really nice because we'd be able to get like different turtles. I mean, get those really cool lights, fog lights. That's the main reason why I want to go and try and find a mangrove at some point. Oh yeah, another reason why we're going to an island that we are not, we're not building on is so we can get a bunch of dirt and a bunch of supplies this way without destroying the main island. Right. Let's keep going. So yeah, guys, I am going a little bit. What? Okay. Okay, my brain does not work. Okay, just trust me, it never works. I don't think I have a brain stop, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go over like some bits and bobs which I'm hoping to go over with you guys, which is going to be happening in the new year. So in the new year is going to come for a lot bigger, bigger adventures, bigger builds, and basically more time of actually streaming, which sounds a lot of fun. Yes, I'm gathering this because I feel like it might be useful. Also, crying obsidian is really good for portals. More decoration when it comes down to it. Got it. It's fine. Magma blocks. Oh my god, we are definitely taking. Oh, and also this will be good for fire. Okay, we are taking this as well as this. It's got a good glow to it. Okay, well, that's not technically what we're here for at all. We decided to already go for it. I just realised I'm taking. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so like I said before, this is going to be a little bit of a fun adventure slash new coming when it comes down to actually be able to progress where I currently am. So in the first couple of months, it's going to be a lot hard to try and figure out what we're doing and trying to figure out what part I want to be a part of and figuring out who I am. That I can't really decide for you guys at all. The only way for my channel to grow and all the support growing is basically for people to help me follow him. I do have goals set to the channel, which is pretty cool, and I'm hoping to grow that on my own and hopefully have you guys to support me during that. That is one of the goals in Twitch, and that's what I'm hoping to do. So I'm hoping this end this year is basically finally hit the infinite goal, which I've been trying to hit for the last probably 6 months, which I have had no effort. I've been close to it, but I haven't been that close to be able to get it. So please support me, and it'll be great because it will basically boost the motivation of me actually wanting to stream for you guys and be a part of the community. Right now I am a part of the community, and having your support so far is absolutely legendary, and it's actually bringing me happiness and joy. And that's what I want to see in viewers. It's basically see their motivation in streaming, watching people's streams, and actually being themselves. That's all I give two damns about. I'm not overly care about the fortune or the fame in Twitch at all. Most people are, and that's what drives them. Me, I'm just here for a good time. Everyone who knows me will know that, like, personally, and that's just how I am. Sorry, I'm just, there we go. So that is one of the goals in Twitch. The other goals is we're going to do a bunch of different types of streams, which are mainly the day of Thursdays when we do group streams. That is still happening. That is not changing from the channel at all. We might have more people actually joining us, being a part of it, but it's not changing whatsoever. It is definitely a lot more frequent because a lot of people we do have lives out of streaming and gaming with friends and stuff like that. That's fine. We never usually end up streaming ever so often. That's mainly on a Tuesdays or a Saturday or Sunday. That might. Okay, firstly, some might change, especially when the new year comes and we get further into the new year, because of a big change that's actually happening in my life. More than anything. So the beginning of May 2023, I'm actually moving away. I'm living on with my boyfriend, which is really happy, and everyone around me is actually quite excited. I'm mainly excited for myself, to be honest with you, because it's a goal that I've always wanted to do, and it was hard to get here because I've had a lot of people want to trust, and they decided to destroy the trust, which kind of sucks. That's what demotivates me, and that's the reason why I never really took love seriously and stuff like that, which kind of sucks, to be honest with you. So, in May of 23, that is going to be a little bit of a change. There is going to be updates going through that year, mainly because I am taking a month off because of mental health issues, and mainly due to my foot. My main focus is to try and get my foot sorted and trying to get all the exercises in. If it counts me having to do exercises, I will literally probably end up or have to actually get my foot amputated depending on how bad the injury actually is, because I've literally told the doctors, I've told you guys multiple times, if my foot does not get better, it will be cut off, because I can't deal with the pain. I really can't, and that's what that journey, if that does happen, that journey will basically end up being vlogged, and I'll show you guys the process. That's only if that happens. That's a very slight minimum. My family understand that, so I don't have to worry about those guys. But yeah, that's basically the big change that's happening. Due to that, I wouldn't be able to record for a little while, and I'll be basically on leave for right now. So I'm trying to get most of the streaming done right now, and that's the reason why people think sometimes the streams are not fresh or anything like that, because I'm streaming like 24/7, or I'm streaming the same content over and over again. It's not because of that, it's mainly because of I feel like that's what I want to do, and I want to make sure you guys have videos out there. There is some different videos coming, which I'm going to explain a little bit later on. I just want to explain what is happening in 23. So yeah, that is a big goal. Also, not just that, I'll have to find a job, so that will take up most of my time trying to find a job, trying to on my health and stuff like that. But I'll try and get like a lot of videos out for you guys and let you guys keep you guys updated on what's going on. That's why I'm happy I do have the community tab, because I'll be able to write updates and write what's going on and stuff like that. And don't mind if I do take the brewing stand. I'll take both of them. Yeah. I don't really need both of them in here though, sadly. No, but they do have a bunch of crap, which we don't need. Okay, we're going to carry on with the journey. Like I said, we're going to be able to explore a bit of exploration while we're doing this. So with videos, the main stream I'm going to be streaming on is this world here, which is the not Minecraft Hardcore 1.19 update. Because this world, I've got more motivation than anything. That's transforming the old world to this one. So you guys can see a character of me that has evolved. My style is mainly stayed the same in a way, but it has got a lot more detailed, a lot more better with texturing and so on. Because we're in the end of the stage, I can't really show that much, but trust me, that is going to be happening. Modded Minecraft is definitely going to be a little bit different. That is going to be skipping a bunch of different sorry, I am using YouTube as background music. So if you guys hear voices in the background, sorry, it's adverts. I just realised we do have moss blocks at home. Don't really need moss. It's meaning you need a lot of sand, a lot of dirt. So yeah, that part is definitely going to be a little bit more harder for me to do. Mainly because with modded, I kind of do lose motivation quite a bit depending on the progression rate and what I actually want to do. So modded is going to be skipping mod packs quite a bit until we find the one that we actually want to do. The one I actually really wanted to do was the Better Minecraft one, and that's what I put all the effort in, and that's what kind of grew my channel to start off with, was that world. But because I can't actually load it up and start off with it, I decided to scrap it completely. Because constantly, if it updates, we can't use the new updates in that world. We have to be stuck to the same updates over and over again. It constantly crashes the pack. So the mod pack definitely needs a lot of work with the creators and stuff like that, because it's kind of like, it's very disappointing that we can't actually be able to play the world that we're on, and so put so much effort in, and then realize we can't play it after because the mod pack crashes when the version updates. That's how I lost my world, and that's how I'm not able to play it at the moment, or actually ever again. And that's what basically put my downside of Better Minecraft. It was a lot more fun and a lot more adventurous, and I actually did enjoy it a lot more than vanilla Minecraft. And that's the reason why Minecraft was a bit been all over the place at the moment, and I've never really been sat on like one motivation to be able to do it. We have people doing like 100 days goals on this world, but I don't really want to copy that trend because a lot of people do it in a certain way, which is fun. I'm actually going to do /kill. I know this is cheating, but I thought I would do that. Because I know how to keep inventory on. Just me, we'll go explore the map a lot more better anyway. Because we do have to go and find a mangrove at some point. But I don't want to waste time. Just realised I left my armour over there. That's fine. It's like dying armour anyway. Remember to upgrade it this episode as well anyway. So yeah, that is basically what's happening with modded. That is just going to be changing every so often and constantly at the moment, and it's never really going to be settled on one mod pack at the moment either. There is a little bit of a lag spike because my thing doesn't switch as quick as it used to. So yeah, there is a little bit of a lag spike at the moment, guys. I do apologise. Right, we're gonna have to flood this area a little bit because of it. I'm gonna get rid of this gravel. Oh, what is with this lag? The frame rates are not the. I've got to reduce my frames. 2 seconds, guys. Ugh. Is that better? Am I re-delagged? I'm delagged. Good. Now I'll continue all the way back. Oh, that's better. I am delagged. Now I can actually see what the hell I'm doing without lagging all over the place, which is great. Oh, this part's gonna be a pain. Okay, so this is going to be a very rough sketch on what everything's going to be and where everything's going to be located. So trust me, it is going to be weird. And shut up, adverts. Oh, I really wish there was a better goddamn way to shut adverts up. Because that's constantly what I always constantly hear in the background, and I think that's what annoys people the most. It's like you hear a second person, you're like, shut up. That's why I've turned down the background music so you can't hear it. Very slightly. But yeah, so that is definitely going to be a goal happening. It's just going to take time to actually be able to hit that goal and actually get somewhere. But yeah, this one's going to be mainly in my pride and joy when it comes to Minecraft at the moment, because this one is something I've actually always wanted to really do and put my mind into. Is like, because I thought I would be able to actually be able to carry on and upgrade my old world, which was not Minecraft hardcore, which started out the hardcore and we died in it. To 1.19, but then realised that that won't work due to the update. And also just realised we're not gonna have enough dirt to do this, are we? Right, we're getting rid of all the podzol. Don't like podzol. Not as a main like grass block at all. Podzol is annoying. Just get rid of the podzol. Whee! I think one mod pack I'm actually looking for, which is for one of Minecraft, is the create mod. Like, a lot of people have been playing it, and it looks really, really intriguing to like try and build a city out of it. With all the trains and all the trams, and basically build like a futuristic city in create. That's what I'm trying to look for, like certain mod packs that have crates and be able to do that. And I think the one put the 100 the all the mods 8 can do that for us, because that actually also has a crate, but it also has a bunch of like decoration to and a bunch of different stuff. So that's gonna be actually quite fun to try and figure out how to build it like in a certain city with that. Oh my god, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of dodgy patches of water which we've got to desettle. Whee! There we go. Oh, we're gonna lose this shovel. It's a good shovel as well. I'm so disappointed if we do. I can't. Right, we're gonna have to save the shovel until we can get mending. Until we get mending, that'd be great. And we need a better like XP farm. Because trading for villages would work as XP farm. We're just going to get an iron upgrade up, so we do that and actually get a lot of villagers going. That's the reason why we need the villager breeder. Wah. So yeah, I was going to think about using the villager breeder and get that going and get the iron farm going, mainly because of this issue. I'm not having good enough tools and not getting enough XP. But I really want to work with villagers for right now because I just want to break them. Because I constantly overheard like last stream was basically Aah! So we have to switch to the iron tools. I do apologise, but I don't really want to lose the pickaxe unless we can find a better pickaxe. Then I definitely would not be switching it. Well, not pickaxe, shovel. Right. Now I've just got rid of all the sand, but that's fine. That will work. So now I've got rid of all the dirt, but it's going to be easier to get rid of everything to start off with and then put it back in afterwards. Right. Coolio. Right. Because we've got quite a lot of like coarse dirt and we need to fill this hole up. It's going to use a constant flood radius. Well, we're not going to get rid of it completely. Okay, we might have to. We might have to block up the water. Oh, this is a pain. Yeah, this front part is transforming as well. Yeah, the coarse dirt would be really good for like pathways and stuff. But because we got so much of it, I kinda want to use all of this. It's gonna be an absolute pain in the ass. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to go on a dirt digging montage, which is going to be fun. So we need to get rid of all this in there. Put in the shovel. I don't really care if I get race shit in chat on the shovel, just be able to make this go quicker. That's fine, just make a couple of fucking iron shovels. Because we'll be making the iron farm next stream anyway, so. Welcome hammers. Right, let's go and find a pit to dig. Maybe not on the main islands, probably on the islands over there. Yeah, we gotta recurve this because this curve is like sharp as hell. It's not a good curve. I'm coming, darling. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be using this island. I think we should use this resource island. And dig. Oh my god. Why are we so slowly swimming? You're just sucky. Oh, this is gonna be fun. And it's gonna be so slow because we can't do anything about this. Okay, if we get too annoyed, I'll eventually we'll have to probably end up building the iron farm. Mainly because this is gonna get really annoying. So I want to get rid of this water. I'm not digging with water. Do on a dirt grind. Do. Keep on digging, do. The fun part of Minecraft is when you have to grind. The grinding is the key of the game. But the update of the finished results is the greatest. Yay! Oh, this brings back me days. The downside is the grindy part's going to be the fun part, because this is what we've got to do to actually be able to get enough dirt to actually be able to complete the tasks which we want to do for today. But yeah, the goal will definitely increase. So we're currently on a goal with Twitch at the moment. We're 20 followers at the moment, and that works. Oh yeah, I never discussed what the other things are coming. So with me and Nova are mainly working on Ark at the moment, which is the Forge map, which you guys have seen. There isn't currently any video out for that right now, and that kind of works. So we're going to be playing that quite a lot. So if you guys are interested in Ark and multiplayer, that is the world that we'll be streaming on. It is just us two though. Okay, let's just pick up the dirt. So yeah, do apologise if you guys are looking forward for other type of maps. I'm actually also thinking of doing a solo series, which is basically the Islnd thingy. I have slowly started it due to the fact, one, it takes a while for everything to go, but mainly Ark is a lot more harder game to actually be able to stream. People are actually quite enjoying it quite a lot more though, which is quite surprising, or enjoying Minecraft, because Minecraft and Ark are the most grindiest part of the games, and that takes more time and more things to not actually be able to progress. Because the only way to progress in this world is basic grinding, and that is, some people find satisfying, some people don't, and depend on the viewers. There is some other games which I am planning on playing. I am completing the Moss book #1 with you guys at some point next week maybe, or during the weeks to come. That is happening because I do want to play Moss 2, and that is a book I've been waiting for to come out for a while. To be able to play with you guys. That is definitely coming out, and that's more VR related things. If I could stream VR chat, I would, but sadly VR chat does not work with the streaming setup I've got, and my computer's not powering enough full enough. As you can tell from me trying to stream it last time, and also on YouTube, it did not like the idea of being streamed. That's the reason why you never saw a video of me playing VR chat at all. It's because it's way too laggy. It's because it charges too much, and if you don't have two separate computers or PCs for it, it will not stream properly, and it will just rely on too much on VR chat and not enough on the stream. It basically puts the power at a lot of big strain, and that's why most people can stream it depending on their software, the graphics card, and how they stream it. Me, I'm not capable of doing that right now, so I can't really do that. Fuck off. This is the reason why I brought a shovel. If you get too low on health, we'll probably end up scarring for a bit and then come back tomorrow. So how much dirt? Oh, we do not. We've got enough dirt. Let's get back home and sleep. Whee! So that is basically what's happening with the chat, and that's the reason why I was made one stream it, but I was seeing how well my PC did it, and that was basically a test drive on New Year's Day to actually be able to stream it for you guys. It didn't work, so I do apologise if you guys was looking for that stream, and that's the reason why that was a difficult stream to basically end up posting. To the point I was literally not happy enough to basically post the fucking thing at all. So I do apologise guys, but like I said, certain softwares are okay, but certain softwares cannot handle doing VR chat and also grinding at the same time. It's just impossible for us. So yeah, some people stream it off their laptop or play VR chat on a computer. Me, I can't do that. Don't have a laptop. The only thing I've got is the computer. Oh my god, I hate spiders. Let's get inside before we actually end up dying. This is hardcore, we would have been dead by now. That's what I don't like about hardcore, it's a lot harder to do anything. And good news is now we can actually start working on deflooding the entire island. But I don't like certain shapes, I'll literally end up redoing it, to be honest with you. So. We'll pile up some scaffolding to try and figure out like how we want the land to look like. We just need to expand this part as well and stop the water from going in. Because currently we have a giant mess at the moment. If you guys have seen my Minecraft streams, you guys can see that I actually did transform an entire land before this, and I actually quite enjoyed it, to be honest with you. Right. So let's bring that out by 2. That is the amount weighted there. And bring this like that. And then I want to curve it back in to the landscape. But then I want to curve it off to this next part, just this part here. So yeah, also there's definitely gonna be some like series definitely happening. Like there's gonna be some solo arc where I literally grind on a world. Probably end up grinding on the island, which is the one I'm currently using at the moment, because I kind of just did some work to basically set up for arc and then able to grind on. So that's actually a load of fun. I might do some grinding on that and actually be able to do that. I'm not going to show you at the very beginning, because very beginning it's actually a bit of pain to basically get started on the grind with arc. So I've kind of done the bits and bobs for it, and I'll just basically show you guys. I haven't tamed any like massive dinosaurs or anything like that, or doing a hatchery. I was in a hatch raptor. Since I do it anyway. We could try it next time. I've got to wait for a certain time limit to run out though before I can do that. And might be able to go tame some dinosaurs. So that is definitely going to be happening as well, because waiting for people to be able to play with it is a little bit annoying, because then with the ARC server I can join it. It's just I don't really like doing so much with it because of mainly due to me dying a lot and then killing all the dinosaurs, and nobody kind of has to reuse to do them because I'm not confident enough to actually be able to do anything. So the multiplayer servers for multiplayer only than it is for the solo, for me playing solo. It's just what I'm comfortable with. Oh my god, will you shut up, adverts? So yeah, it's basically that, and what's happening with for Lord and how we're streaming that. And that's what's happening with the solo arc. The Skyrim is also going to be continuing as well. We did quite a bit on Skyrim last time we actually played. We managed to slay a dragon, do a bunch of stuff. That one is more of an adventurous type of can you put your effort in and so on. So that's more like an adventurous game. That will be streaming quite a lot more as well at some point in the new year. I just got to try and set it up as well. I don't want to make this too big on one side. So we're going to bring this up right to decorer it by. I suppose I can't see how I'm doing, so I'm basically just winging how I'm literally playing this right now. Sometimes winging it actually does work. I definitely have to get more dirt though. Like with this this world, I definitely do not rush like to slay the dragon or anything like that and get like OP gear straight away. Mainly because I like grinding them so often and actually be able to like build up a certain area first before I actually be able to do that. We definitely will have to go and defeat the Ender Dragon to get a light to be able to fly around and see the progress of the village and get that kind of view. But at the moment it's fine where it is. Let's do section to section. I'm back to Ireland and get some more supplies. Some more dirt. We need more dirt. Dirt time. I mean, we could enchant like summon tools actually. It's gonna be a lot of back and forth when you get it, by the way. Just to let you guys know. And basically what I do is I dig dirt until basically the night time comes, and then I'll basically sleep, I'll start working on the island, and then I'll basically redo it once I run out of dirt. It's basically how the technique's gonna work for right now. If I had like decent gear and stuff like that and everything like that, I would literally probably stay up all night and actually be able to do certain things. And so on. You see me pause, it's mainly because I'm turning off the goddamn adverts until the music comes back on. I'm also thinking about sorting out the music as well, but because YouTube and Twitch basically very, very intimidated with what kind of music you use. It's a bit of a pain. I might be able to change that in a sec. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, itchy. There we go. This should work a little better. Taking a quick snack. This is a way to trap animals as well. You are definitely going to get some dirt back from our island, mainly because of resources and actually changing things up. This is just a little noisier. And the shovel's going to break now. And we ran out of shovel. Oh, and look at that. It's actually not about dirt as well, so what I'm going to do is going to do... I'm going to do a put of dirt like this. What is... okay guys, what the hell? What the hell? It's the most dodgy terrain underwater I've ever seen. Like, you just don't see that normally. If it's one block if it's a one block like gap or anything like that, it's not too bad to just literally just do this and go over it. Because one, it did waste some resources in a way. What I'm gonna do for like reference reasons is I'm gonna grab a normal map. Wait, is this a map of our island? No, it's a map of the village. I'm gonna do this. Just means we can't ever move this map, like no matter what. Which I don't plan on moving it, so yeah. I just realised we've got no leather. Okay. Don't kill the cows. I'm gonna breed them anyway, so let's just quickly get some wheat in, a little bit of some tears. Let's. How many cows do we even have? We have 4. So let's quickly breed them, which gives us 2. Alright, and let's kill one of these guys and hopefully drop us leather. Thank you! Sorry! Right, piggos. We're gonna have so many animals. We're gonna have to let them free and then sort them back out again, so if you go, that's the part of the messy part of things. Right, let me out. I only came here for one thing. That was a piece of leather. Yes, guys. Now we're just gonna pick where we're sticking the thing. Because no matter what, we can't move this. If we can lock it, we would, but because I don't know how to lock it, we're gonna stick it somewhere. So, you know what? Because I don't think I'm gonna be moving anything in my house anyway, other than this pot here. This because this is not level 1. I'm gonna put it here, but I am gonna put it. Do you know what? Let's put it on one of the walls. There we go. Right. Right. So that's the map so far. You can see it is slowly starting to expand, like this area here. That's like the dangerous. That's like the map so far. So that's the map we can never touch. It's the most ugliest idea ever, because it's like halfway through what we want to do, but yeah. I just want to spend time to get emeralds, just to get a mending thing. Okay, I'm just gonna take this like slightly. I'm not gonna use it fully, don't worry, I'm just gonna grab a couple of sticks. If I can get a full lashing to that would be handy, because that would give us like a lot of XP. Okay, might have to go and get a villager, like some more villagers and trade with them just to get some levels. It kind of sucks that we can't use what's it called? I don't know what it is. It's something that we can't use. My brain just died. Oh god, I'm tired. I hate medication. And there's the pill. Okay, we're gonna wait till it hits the red. Once it hits the red, we can't use a shovel until we get mended. I mean, we could probably get a better pickaxe or a better shovel, but for right now, it's actually a decent shovel. Just in case we want to silk touch something and we can't because we don't have a silk touch shovel. But yeah, if we had this kind of flipping axe, like a normal one, and it had mending, woo, this would be so much easier. A lot more quicker. It's slowly going towards the red. Seeing how much dirt I can collect before it does. Oh, that works. Okay, now it's in the red, we can't use it. Kind of pushed it to the limit here. Well, not fully, but the majority of it. It's back to square one, which is iron pickaxe, iron shovel, going do 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 do. To be honest with you, I gave us a pretty decent amount of like dirt this time, so. An agriculture now, but I don't really know what we're going to use copying for at all. So yeah, basically I'm off today and off tomorrow, so I don't work tomorrow, but I do have work on Tuesdays for that, so yay! I don't know what we're streaming tomorrow, because I'm thinking about streaming again tomorrow. I think I might actually end up streaming Moss, like the Moss book, and see if I can complete the actual Moss book number 1 tomorrow. So if you guys are up to seeing something a little bit different when he's on VR, then let me know, and also come and join the stream, because that's basically what I'm thinking about actually streaming tomorrow. Don't forget, guys, if you guys do want to share what you support, don't forget to follow me on Twitch. We do have a goal which I did want to hit before the end of the year, but that was fine. We got close to it anyway. I'm actually quite surprised we actually managed to hit 100 followers during that. But once we hit that goal will end up rising this year. We are hoping to mainly hit around about 200 followers in Postable and hit the infinite if possible. But that goal will only get there until we hit 120, because that's our first goal and that's the goal we're going to set right now. Oh my god, there's itchy like hell. Oh, we did make 4 shovels again. Don't know if we're going to be using all 4 shovels this time, but we can get a majority of it out right now. Yeah, that's the fun part about it, is you have to grind stuff. Basically transform, to be able to transform like the island. There is a couple of other things that I do want to transform and stuff like that. Also, I do need to order food at some point, so I have not eaten yet. It kind of sucks. But yeah, girls, girls. So yeah, if you guys are okay with that schedule, that'd be fine. Also, don't forget to like comment on what if you do watch the YouTube videos or watch the streams. If you ever come into my thingy and ask me what you guys want me to stream, then I'll be able to do that. Also, I don't mind doing co-op streams at all. So I do have the last time I streamed Minecraft, we had one person join us majority of the time, which was Techni. They actually asked me if I wanted to stream with them. Like I said, I did also get invited to a hardcore SMP as well. I don't really know if I join it or not because I'm not really good at hardcore. I'm not really confident enough to basically play it. I'm going to try it anyway. I don't do it because I wanted the armor or anything like that, because they just say they're going to give me like iron armor and so on. I'm like, I'm not really interested in that. I was interested in playing the game and actually making friends in the community of Minecraft. But yeah, oh, that's our third one. Oh, we almost got a full inventory and we should be able to last quite a while on this one then, which is really cool. We'll just keep going for a little bit until we can't pick up any more dirt. Might as well. It is slowly getting to night as well, which comes in handy in certain situations. Probably go down before the sun fully goes down, to be honest with it. Or I might go head to the island in a second. Whee! Alright, so you can fill in all these little gaps here. Hey, look at that. That's pretty cool. I don't plan on expanding this level of this layer any more than what it currently is. So we'll probably keep it on this layer. Pretty decent layer, to be honest with you. Right, let's quickly go and sleep so we can actually get like an actual decent view on. Yeah, let's move all that gap there. God, that is bright. It's not raining. So So if you had to choose a biome to actually be able to be in, what biome would you be in? My favourite biome is probably mainly the plains or spruce, mainly because I like building. It's easy to build in plains because we don't have a lot of trees, so a lot less mining. But I always love spruce because it's more of a tall tree environment, and I also like, my favourite type of wood to build with is spruce. That's maybe reason why I chose biomes. A good one is also if you ever wanted to build like a normal peaceful biome with the point there's no mobs, where the point you can actually build during the day, but you've got to be careful on how you build, is the mushroom biome. That's a really good survival base actually biome, and it works really well. I'm trying to figure out how tall. I want to be on the third one, so if I bring this up by look, and then there's sand on this level because it's still filled in, and then it's going to stop around about here. There's going to be like a layer of sand. This needs to be built back by a couple of blocks so it's not too heavy. So let's bring this back by, let's say this, and just follow this one around. You'll see what I'm doing at this point in a second. I'm just currently working out how far I want a certain amount of platform to be. Yep. Mushroom. I think the mega transformation is going to be on that island over there. See if we can block up all this water. Yeah, this is the downside of building a house to start off with. Which is fine. I can work with environment anyway. That stops water flow. Oh, sucking class, there's water flow. There we go. Finally. Alright, anyway, let's give it that one. That fucking water. Now let's locate the rest of it. There we go, so that's all of it. Oh, yeah. Ugh! Right, is that all of it? Thank God that's all of it. More sand egg and pinch for the other part, which is pretty cool. Comes in handy. So that one. Go that one. Go there. Just do it like here. Whee! Oh god. Don't know what happened there. My place went chaotic like hell. That's fine. Okay, and then this needs to go. This needs to be brought back quite a lot. It's quite sharp on here. So let's bring this up very slightly. Right, just this back. Cross by 2. Up like that, like that, like that, and let's do it there for right now. Ah, that itch my head. You know, I'm definitely slowly getting somewhere though. Because at least we finished off like the water problem, which is pretty cool. On that. We will end up placing this coaster as well at some point because I do not like it on the island at all. I prefer it to be on grass. Mainly because I'm going to use coaster as probably some of the pathways instead. It makes it a little bit more clearer and a little bit more easier to figure out where the pathways are in this world. And being to have coaster is just a little bit of a pain in the absolute rear end. So I do have to put some dirt in this bit here, mainly just because mobs can literally spawn in certain areas. So I don't want mobs to dig my road. Look at this! Hey! We finally got like a decent outline. This is like so heavy on this like one bit though. This bit here is like so big. So I'm just gonna quickly cut that bit up a little bit. Adding it slightly more texture to it. Okay. Do it. Like, this doesn't really need to be covered actually. So, because I'm gonna bring this like slightly, I can wrap it. Oh, it's a bit sharp there. And then bring this up very slightly like that. Boom! Yeah, I actually like, don't mind that bit being like located this slightly too much. I also want to be a little bit more of a softer turn with a little bit of a sharp edge to it. Same with this bit here. Okay, that's definitely like a very There we go, that's better. Now that's a sharp corner. There we go. That's a bit of dirt. Boom. Not a problem. Right, let's go. Guess this is coarse dirt. This is basically just getting rid of a bunch of patches and then basically replacing that now. We are almost done with terraforming the island. Almost. Probably make some scaffolding in the morning, just kind of like see how it looks. Don't take an hour and 16 minutes to do. That's a lot of stretching. Now all I gotta do now is just place a bunch of coaster. And ow! That's what I'm not overly bothered by, because this is going to be covered in water and sand. That's one way to get dirt. In a way. And then replace it. We can just like the length of this as well at some point. Like certain parts are a lot bigger and a lot more iffy with it. Just need to be completely sorted because it's actually got a good curve to it. I'm actually quite happy with. Didn't really have a little bit of dirt when we did this, but it's fine. Oh, that's the reason why I can't use this shovel at the moment, is because it's getting puzzled. Hey, I gotta make more shovels. That stone is a little bit shorter than that, but stone, we have an infinite amount of stone. And all we do is mine dirt, so. Just want to get rid of all the fucking shitty dirt. Definitely have to get some more dirt from the island, to be honest with you, because yeah, we definitely do not have enough to fill in all the gaps. This is the downside of not wanting to have Posdol in your base. Well, you live near a closest coast island. If I didn't mind Posdol, I would have kept it, but not a huge fan. I'm also going to fix this area anyway. So, I'm not overly fussed about this area too much. Still going to fix whatever is broken. This is in the area I don't mind leaving. Put my diamond one here. Alright, and then let's build in what I do not want. Boom. I'm gonna break what I see. So I'm gonna feel nice at this bit here, but oh, look at this. This is actually looking pretty decent. Just has a few issues and a bit of holes around the place. Also, I might as well find this area out anyway. So we're definitely not using this bit here. So let's give us some dirt. As well as this giant hill. Yeah. Yeah, I think this building's probably gonna be mainly for terraforming, and then I'll probably end up doing some mining after to find some diamonds to get some full diamond armor. Probably. So yeah, it's mainly transforming the island to mainly terraform the island in a way, more than anything. Probably add some decorations in and so on, because there's going to be buildings on here, like in that general area there. That's where the barn and the farm's going to be. So we get rid of this. How I thought this would be the best location to stop where the mining is due to the fact there's a giant hole right here, which basically it's like a separation barrier. That basically helps deal with that bit. I don't know why my nose is really itchy. But yeah, most of my Minecraft builds are probably going to be posted onto my Insta. So I am really happy with people like posting on following my Insta. So we managed to get around about 30 to 40 odd followers on Instagram, which is pretty damn cool. So I only started that like literally this last year. I think at the near the end. It's actually doing pretty damn well, to be honest. I've been on my YouTube. That's also, it's got the same exactly same pictures which I post on it. You see it goes on my YouTube, and then that automatically goes on my Facebook. I did do some type of terraforming when I was in the old world, but not to extent I do it now. And I think that works really well. I just realised, I say like I place this here. I don't really want this bit here. I don't mind some of it, but I don't like all of it though. It's just too grassy. So let's get rid of this stupid puzzle. Or curse dirt. Fill it all with cursed dirt, it makes it a little bit more easier. And it's just gonna be wee dirt. It's not like I don't like coarse dirt at all. It's just a pain in the ass to deal with, mainly. Also, let's get rid of the giant river. To be honest with you, I could make this into a river. And it looks like it's going into the pond. So that'd be quite cool. I just don't like how the how it's been placed. It just does. It looks natural, but it just looks also does not look like natural. It looks like someone just literally went put into the shovel and went doo 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 doo. Let's get rid of this gravel as well. I pulled the pathways in the last, I think. Once I figure out where I want the pathways, and then I'll place them in. Okay, this part I don't mind having a bit of like quite a bit of sand to it, especially if it wraps into the current sand we have there. Like basically that, and just get rid of this bit here, which I don't like the idea of having it located. Dirt. But no, I think like literally in the old world I would literally never go to this extent of actually changing the full like layout of the world at all. So this is definitely an improvement. Look how much cleaner this looks now, like that it actually has there's just a line of sand instead of a giant like gap here. It's not completely done, but we can have a look on the map if you want. We'll change it in a second. I guess to start off the map, that's when we first started. This is now. And that, right, so that's basically, that's what it looked like a minute ago. That's now. You can see how clean it is. It's definitely the chunk at the top, which is there. That is definitely getting rewarped into what we want. But you definitely see the change in like the background area, which which works pretty well. Some fixing up around here to do though, because this one's all over the place. A lot of dirt. Quite surprised. No, that's fine. I can hate creepers. God damn annoying. I think the worst mob I actually hate in Minecraft is skeletons. I just don't like skeletons. I think the main mob I would die to in hardcore is skeletons. I don't give two damns about creepers or anything like that because they're quite easy to kill. Skeletons up there, I just can't stand because they're an absolute pain because they knock you back quite a lot. Okay, like the dirt's all on this area is like actually done. To an extent. But actually, let's see if I can do this quickly. There's a bit of puzzle over there, cluster over here, which I'm not. Which one of you guys? It's like stack puzzle around this. Alright, don't mind me. I'm trying to make this corner that's going into here a lot less sharper than what it was. I think I would have had enough dirt to be able to finish this if I didn't use it on fixing up the stand, the little stream over here. Yeah, we got wandering trader panel. I think we had one before, but I wasn't a fan of his trades. So I think I got rid of him. Oh, look at that! It doesn't have to be like completely straight, like at all. Right, and then Then the last part is we're going to figure out how this part it's going to wrap into. So we're going to fix this like giant Casper waves. And also we've got to fill in this hole. I'm just going to do this too. I mean, it's the weirdest ones I've ever had to do, but also I don't really care if they fall one at the bottom of here, to be honest with you, because I won't be able to hear them because it's going to be covered in water. The only way we'll be able to hear them is the act bottles and so on. So it's also going to have a layer of sand on top anyway, because this is not going to be like the ground at all. This is I'm using podsaw as well. Alright. Let's go get some sand. Oh, fucking hell. My nose is so irritated, and I don't know why it's doing it. Got a couple of stacks of sand. Don't know if this is going to do to actually be able to fill this up, but it will get us started. So basically we're just going to follow the crevice going around. I'm not really going to change this because it's more natural. Like this part I don't mind because I don't like making ponds too natural or anything like that. Literally a stack of dirt. That was literally a stack of sand and it hasn't even for the bottom part. So you can definitely see how much stuff we actually needed for this. And we probably will not have enough to do this fully. Which is completely fine. Once we get most of it filled in, then that is pretty cool. Okay, I might have some curves I might have put into it because of the layer of sand. Last stack of dirt and 6 we've got left to be able to do this. Probably need one more, like 3 more stacks of sand, and then we should be able to finish off this just fine. Dude, you don't want to stand in here. Please move and please go away. We'll go away. Thank you. Like, you actually listen to me, which is quite surprising because usually just let you go and let you walk off. Right, the old sides don't need to be like covered like there and then there. Like I said, it is going to be covered in water. To be honest with you, there actually is a little bit of a sand hill like over this way. So we're probably going to nick it from there. So it's been, yeah, like I said, my nose has been irritating me. I would blow it, but it's not going to stop the scratching at all. I'm just trying to keep the natural seed. Because there's also turtles! I figured that out when I was there. I'm just mapping out the world. Hi, turtles! Sorry guys, I'm just going to nick some of your sands. Like glass I don't really need to worry about because my villager one of my villagers that I actually trade with the bookshelf, they actually sell the glass for like emeralds, so anything with glass I can probably do like easy to get now. So there's many for building and anything. Alright. Like I said, we don't need too much because I doubt we're gonna need too much. On the other hand, we're definitely going to probably need to come from like probably like 6 more stacks of dirt, and then we should have enough to finish off what we wanted to do. I'm not endangering the turtles because I'm not getting rid of like all their like main resources. I'm just taking off a little bit of the heap of sand which they earn or have. Like literally, if I need more sand, I'll go somewhere else. I won't endanger turtles' lives at all. Eventually, I do want to increase their population, and because this is a beach, they'll come back anyway. Let's just get a little bit more here. Get a little bit of dirt as well. Eggshells! Not going for too much. I'm gonna get rid of some of this dirt though. It'd be nice to be able to finally map out the rest of the terrain on the other side. On our end. I don't want these grass blocks to be able to do that. Look at this! It's looking so cool! It definitely looks a lot neater, I gotta say that much. Oh yeah, that means I'm also going to get to grab this one as well. This also has changed. We'll definitely probably only do 2 hours today, so we'll just manage transforming this and probably putting some bushes around the place. And then you'll have to wait for the full like decoration of the island to basically commence next time. Well, actually, next time we're working villages, so it won't be for this stream, it'll be the next stream after that. Okay, look at this. This is slowly coming together and it's looking awesome by doing that. I am adding a couple of little bits of depth to the water. Mainly because I think it will look a little bit nicer. Right, and then this is basically just like a small sandy trim around some parts because they can't do it because of the way how small their terrain is, but at least they get some more way. Look at this! This looks absolutely awesome! Yeah, this is definitely getting a little bit of a small heel thing. Oh, look at that! And all I gotta do is just get rid of some of this dirt here and replace it with sand to keep the sand trim that goes around. Which is like this. Whee! Like, not all of it's like, half of it's like covered in sand, which is fine. But look at that, looks so much neater. And then all we gotta do now is work out the rest of the taller trim on this side to be able to fix this. It might not go all the way with the taller trim. It's might just be like a smaller, like literally like a hill, which I'm thinking of doing instead of doing it like full on terrain, because it's definitely got to merge back into the lower part of the ground anyway. So let's see what this one looks like. Oh, okay, don't. Yeah, we're most definitely gonna need more. Dirt. That's fine. Almost done anyway. All I gotta do is fix this problem here, and then also put in some dirt on top of here to really aggro the water flow. Right, let's actually figure out what's going on. Try and stop the water flow. Alright, look. This is such a lot of fun. Like a pond in the back of here. Let's go get some more dirt quickly. We'll probably put the water in before we leave as well. For the stream. Back to our dirt pit. I'm just gonna start because let's just do this really. Woo! Make sure we don't fully break it. And then there we go. Just to get us started. Like I said, once we get mending, we're gonna have to do this whole stone shovel thing anyway. Because this would have been like probably like half a stream if we had the tools we have on the other world. But we don't have it, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it. I apologise if it's dark. It's because with the shaders you can't really see anything. And we're underneath a dirt patch right now, which I'm gonna break out of. Whee! And there we go. We're back to light again. Like I said, with shaders, it sometimes makes the some parts like a lot darker because of the shade. That's the main reason I don't use shaders in the cave, because the cave's cool, especially looking at a lot of them with the shader pack on, but it's not good. It's extremely bright, and it can hurt people who's really sensitive to like bright lights. I mainly am quite sensitive to bright lights. Even I find it quite bright, so that's the reason why I do turn it off. Right. This is going to be enough dirt. I'll look how much dirt we've got. We have broken a shovel almost. I mean, we could stop it after I've broken the stone shovel. Go into the tree. Oh yeah, I never showed a tail on potatoes. Hold on, let's just do something quickly. Let's press escape. Let's go to stats. Let's go to items. Okay, so general. Okay, that's items. Items we mined, so we mined over 1,000. That's a lot of potatoes. Picked up like 4,600 and something on potatoes. I don't know how this works due to the fact this is like that's how much we picked up, and then we've actually used and stuff like that. But that's how many potatoes we used, which so far used, and then we've used over that many. We just had a bunch of them anyway. Mine's more dirt though. Oh no, we haven't. Literally, we've picked up more potatoes than we mined dirt. I thought they'll be at the top then if it was literally mining dirt and stuff. Right, we're gonna head back. I'm actually quite happy with how much progress we actually got done during the stream, even though it was streamed for literally almost 2 hours. Like I said, it is going to be around about 2 hours, probably just over 2 hours of a stream, and then we'll probably end up calling it, so we just want to kind of finish off the lines. Like I said, because we did stream, I did post a 5-hour stream, and I feel like people more watch the up to a certain time limit type of streams, which is around about 2 hours. So around about an hour to 2 hours, and that's what I'm hoping to try and keep to. At some point next year, it's basically trying to keep to a certain stream time. But on specials, we'll actually end up doing probably a bigger stream. Alright, let's now put in the dirt. I was gonna literally just say fuck it and just do it this way, makes it a little bit more easier, but I've got a feeling a bunch of mobs will spawn. It's fine, when it comes down to it, I'll just light it up if it gets too annoying. Well, in that area, we can literally just keep that like that. Mobs can't spawn in water, they can spawn in dirt. So this is more like the area that they can spawn in. Yeah, she's fine. And I don't really care. A little bit less sharp on that corner would be great. Just a tiny bit less sharper. Other than that, it'll be fine. The only thing we gotta do is put in the dirt for this bit, and then boom. The island is transformed. It's probably gonna have to do one more dirt trip. We are silent to the light. We are here to die. Just random literally appeared to the grass. Nah, die. We are so getting so close to being done with this project. Like literally. It's like time consuming. Like you want to get you want to actually get this terraforming done. Like you start working on actually transforming the full island. So yeah, it's definitely in parts of transforming this island fully, because this is just transforming like the main areas, and also might as well gonna save this goddamn villager. Alright. What do you in trade? Please be something good. Okay, you're actually shit, so. Ow! We got some very evil fucking llamas now. We're gonna get spazzed unlike quite a lot. Guys, stop spamming with them. Dodge and weave, dodge and weave, dodge and weave, dodge and weave. Ow! Okay, I'll give you a point. You guys are aggroed at me. Stop being a spaz! Ow. Come on. If I die to llamas, I'm gonna be very upset, guys. Ow, ow. Right, stick it in front. Let's go. Dodge and weave! Can they still hit me? Oh my god, they're trying to hit me still before the grab. Haha. Trust me, but they'll be going in the what's it called? Should die. Combustion. I thought that would last a little bit longer than what it did, but that's fine. Yeah, what I gotta do is put the dirt in for this little bit, and then boom, we're done. We're done transforming this entire island. How about instead of transforming an island, you transform your gender into a default one? Why? Okay, I don't know if I should take that offensive or not, due to the fact I don't identify myself as a gender. And if you've got a really bad problem with it, then don't join the stream and subsume that issue. Because okay, so I don't know what you mean by because everyone can probably what? Yeah, people can see this on my stream that they know what I identify as is basically them and they. Fatherless behaviour, to be honest. But yeah, but no, it's quite offensive. I'm not a huge fan of it. You can't literally transform someone's gender into something they're not comfortable with. I'm just saying. If people can't expect that, then they can literally just go and fuck themselves, to be honest with you. If that offends you, I'm sorry. That's fine, just be careful how you phrase certain words. Especially with someone who's literally part of that community and part of who that is. Okay then, fuck off. And I'm not here to literally have you in the stream to defend someone part of my community and part of who I am. If you don't give a shit, then don't go and watch me. I don't give two damns. One is fucking offensive as hell. I don't find it funny, dude. I really don't. What you're doing is basically bullying and harassing people. yeah, I'm not having it on my channel. I'm not. I support that for a reason, and I'm not having that. So bye bye. Just got reported, dude. Like I said, anyone who decides to harass part of the community or part of who I am, they are getting reported. I don't give two damns. Like, I have a very strong trust issue, and people disrespecting people like that it's uncalled for as well. Because everyone who's part of this channel has been followed or in part of this channel has actually been who supports that community. I'm not having someone who harasses people for it. Oh, I don't know. Because what you just done is basically signs of harassment as well as bullying. I've also just got rid of my pickaxe, which is fine. I wasn't gonna get rid of the shovel, but I could probably find a something better. So yeah, whoever decides to join my channel and says take the pick and piss of something they are not a fan of, then don't join. Simple as that. That will happen to you. I do it from my kindness. I am a very trusting, kind person. I will let you help support someone going through a tough time, talk to someone who's having hard issues, but I do not support people who like to diss certain things because they can't believe in it. That is a no-go, and that is a poor excuse. So if anyone does not want to be harassed, or anyone who does not give a fuck about that, and about the community I'm a part of, if you don't give two damns, then don't join the stream, because more likely you'll get reported for bullying and harassment. Simple as that. I might have lost a couple of followers for that, but that's fine. I don't give two damns. I'm just not getting harassed on my own flipping channel. But yeah, people who don't know me, or just join my chat for the first time, my sexuality and my identity is a lot different. Like, mine is basically, I am agendered, which basically I do not class myself as a... it's similar to non-binary, basically. It's basically not classing yourself as a gender. Like, I don't mind people calling me she or he if it has to be. If they can't be not comfortable saying they or them, they can literally say she or he. It won't offend me because I know they respect my decision anyway. But I do not class myself as a gender for a reason. It's just because I'm not comfortable with either sex as it is. But yeah, that's basically what basically what my gender is. And then the other thing is I also identify as asexual. So I date both genders. I just don't have a sex drive. Simple as that. But yeah, that has kind of like upset the stream a bit and upset the motivation. But good news is we have hit the mark of the follow up. So the only thing we have to finish off, which I'll probably end up finishing off stream, is just this little corner here. I just need to get more dirt. But because we've done 2 hours of literally getting dirt, I'm gonna end the stream here. I do apologise for my bad language, and basically anyone who's watching this, who does usually watches my streams, I would never usually flip up at anyone at all. Like, fuck you, llamas. Like, I usually don't flip off that badly at people at all, but like I said, I stand up for what I believe in and what I'll be doing. And if people can't believe that, then I just can't stand for it. But yeah, guys, I'll catch you guys next time. Bye, guys!